What's going on, everyone? We're back with another comparisons video. We're going to be looking at the new line from 900 Global, the Origin. Initial thoughts of the 900 Global Origin. I really like the way it looks and the way it rolls down the lane. I think sometimes asymmetric hybrids have a hard time making a blend of being quick enough to get around the corner, but still reading the mid lane so it's not super lazy when it comes off the end of the pattern. And I think this one does that perfectly. It gets to the front part of the lane enough and reads the middle part of the lane and never really has a problem going through the pins. Now we're going to go ahead and compare the Origin to the Ion Pro. Just wrapped up throwing the Ion Pro, and I could tell that the Ion Pro was a step up from the Origin. It's quite a bit earlier and smoother. I have a little bit more surface on the Ion Pro, which is how I like it. The Origin is definitely one of those step down, like game 1.5-ish, when the fronts start to burn up a little bit. You could change to that one after an Ion Pro or something a little bit smoother. And I think the Origin looks good in game 2 or 3. So now we're gonna go ahead and compare it to the Phaze II. Just wrapped up throwing the Phaze II for 5 shots. Now I always like to throw a Phaze II to kind of gauge what a new ball does, because the Phaze II is the middle portion of my bag, so I always like to compare a new ball to that. I think the Origin is out of box surface and a little bit of lane shine. It's a step down from the Phaze II, but I think if you like throwing a hybrid with some surface, I think this would easily be a ball up from Phaze II. All right, final thoughts on the new 900 Global Origin. For what I like to see going down the lane, I think it did all the right things. For an asymmetrical hybrid, it easily got through the front part of the lane and was smooth enough off the end of the pattern, but still quick to the friction, which I like to see. So I had no problems for the ball going through the pins. So I'm gonna give this one a fire. I like this one a lot.
Hey guys, Josh back here with another ball comparisons review video. Just finished up throwing 10 shots with a 900 Global Origin. This ball right off the bat was definitely one of those cleaner balls that I kind of like to see. It was clean through the fronts, but not, didn't want to go down lane forever. It still picked up in the mid lane and definitely continued the way I'd like to normally see a ball go through the pins. Right off the bat was a little earlier than I expected it to be, so I moved a little left just to see how much I could get, and definitely shaped off the pattern the way I'd like to see. For the burnt house shot we're rolling on right now, definitely one of those balls where probably a little too early still, but definitely can see how this ball can be used in many different ways and different shapes on the way. So now we're gonna throw 5 shots with the Storm Summit Ascent and see how it compares. So just finished up throwing 5 shots with the Storm Summit Ascent. Immediately this ball is definitely more of a benchmark type shape than the Origin. They're overall pretty close in where I was standing, but shape-wise, a little different. The Ascent definitely was cleaner through the fronts, but just more, I would say, a little bit more off the back end. The Origin was, you could definitely see how the asymmetry in that core. But now we're gonna throw 5 shots with the track Theorem and see how it compares. So just wrapped up throwing 5 shots with the track Theorem, and as you can see, this is my favorite ball currently right now. I am in love with this ball, but it was definitely cleaner than the Origin. Definitely wanted to shape more and continue through the pins a little bit better, which is why it's been my GOAT ball currently, but definitely just more continuous, and the Origin is definitely a little earlier, picked up a little bit earlier and smoother overall. So final thoughts on the 900 Global Origin. This ball, I can see it being pretty versatile on multitudes of patterns. Definitely something I can see people, starting end of game 1 on a house shot where it's a little bit more cliffed and you need just, something a little cleaner to where it's not so early. But definitely in those later blocks as well on sports shots when you still need a smooth motion but need to, get your feet a little bit further inside and kind of shape it a little bit more. So I'm going to give this ball a fire rating. I didn't strike a ton with it, but I can see how it's going to be useful in other circumstances, and just again not the #1 ball for what we're bowling on right now.